Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you why Lexus sucks. Like why they aren't at the same level as in German and American luxury brands. And like first of all, we start with how they steal designs and implement them into their own vehicles. So first, let's just start with this dash. Do you see it familiar? I mean, that looks just like a BMW. Like that just looks like from an old BMW design. And then I will also post a picture over here to which car it looks like. And then in 2020 they still have a CD player, while other brands stopped doing this in the late 2015s. Now let's start it up. So now let's start with this radio system. So this is one of those as in a 2020 vehicle, this seems really outdated, and then this is one of the hardest controlling infotainment systems I've ever used. You have those really old looking radio controls over here, radio, XM, and then you also have Apple CarPlay and navigation, but somehow they just don't even pop up. I don't know how you control it. You have this cursor over here, it doesn't even work. While in the Cadillac CD6, which I reviewed from 2016, it also has a cursor, but at the same time it's also on a touchscreen, so it's really easy to use. And then this is really hard to use, and then the visuals, it looks really old. And then starting with the instrument cluster, this also is really it doesn't show the same amount of information as of an American or a German brand. The amount of information is showing, I just reviewed in an 08 sector review, it shows more information than this, which is kind of insane. But at the same time, it's also mind blowing that how Lexus is just falling behind, and then why people still buy it over reliability when you have no controls, you have nothing. It makes no sense. And the other is quality. You could just this entire display is just moving like this, and this vehicle only has 36,000 miles on it. You have fake plastic doorknobs, not aluminum, not metal. They're fake. You have no massaging seats. You have no vented seats. You have no heated seats in a luxury vehicle. But on the other hand, the Cadillac CD6, which I reviewed, had heated, vented, and massaging seats, and it was also 4 years older than this, and it had a better instrument cluster than this. And now let's start with their power plants. We just have the hood popped open right now. This engine bay, it doesn't look as redefined as of German and American brands, let's say Cadillac. They still have the same connections which they were using 10 years ago. They still have the same engine, the 3.5, which they were using 10 years ago. And this was the same engine which still comes in the Toyota Camry. You have no battery cover. They're cutting costs everywhere. And the way they design these, they don't know, they really don't know how to perfectly engineer stuff. So they're just making you may call last minute stuff. These all could have been made in a way better, more redefined way of going to cooling your engine, but instead they're just everywhere. They just throw it at the last minute. They always steal their designs off of other companies. So for example, GM and other German brands had their engine control units always out by the engine bay. Lexus used to have them inside their vehicles, and then they just started doing that recently. And then next, let's move on with technology. Japanese brands really don't make or come out with new inventions that often, and most of the time those inventions are like brought up by Germany. I mean, like more of like German and like American brands. And then what Japanese brands they do is they just like steal it off from other brands. So for example, this is a 2020 Lexus. It still doesn't have a remote start, while an '08 Saturn Vue has a remote start which actually works. While in some Toyotas, I think they did started making a remote start available in like 2020, I believe, and then like it like didn't really work. You have like press ton of weird buttons on the key fob, and then once you have it started, it would just like shut off once you open the door. So like, what's the point of remote start when it does this? So I would just like post a clip of the Saturn Vue remote starting. This is also remote start, which comes standard in the XR. All you have to do is just press the lock button and then keep on holding the remote start. There you go. The vehicle is not start, and the vehicle will remain locked. So like no one really couldn't steal your vehicle. See, it is still locked. You gotta unlock it first, and then even when I unlock it, the engine will remain started, and your HVAC controls will like remain started. So it won't be like Toyota does in nowadays, that where once you open the door, the vehicle shuts down. So all I have to do is put in the key. There you go. Now I can shift the vehicle and it's good to go. So moving on with technology once again, the other thing is that they like really don't have that much technology in their vehicles. So for example, they don't have auto door lock, while on the other hand, other brands, GM and Germany, they have auto door lock that once you have the key fob with you, will automatically lock the doors. I mean, if you don't like it, you can like turn off, but like you like still have the feature. While in Lexus, you don't have that feature. Another thing is that Lexus just started using automatic headlights in the 2015s, while GM had them in the late 2005s. Like there's just like a really big difference in all of that together. GM and Mercedes, they have their cylinder deactivation stuff. Lexus, they have nothing like that. They're still using the same old engines, and then people say, oh well, Japanese brands, they're more reliable. I mean, of course they're gonna be reliable when they're like still using the same old tech that is like generations apart, and they're still using it. And then American and the German brands, they could easily be as reliable as Japanese brands as well, but like people just don't know how to maintain them. Mechanics don't know what they're doing, what they're working on, which leads to more problems and like complications. And then at the end, people just say, oh well, they aren't as reliable as Japanese brands. So as we were talking about quality, you have plastic paddle shifters over here. In a luxury vehicle, you have plastic pedal shifters. And then go check out my review on the Cadillac CT6, which is 4 years older, and then it still has more features than this. And then I also compare the same vehicle with the Cadillac CT6. Also check out that video as well, and please do like and subscribe. Thank you.